Hello everyone and welcome to Kat's English learning session. Today, we are going to focus on a very important skill, listening. Listening is the foundation of communication. Even if your grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation are perfect, you will still struggle if you cannot understand what others say. Clear listening is what allows you to connect with people, to follow conversations, to respond accurately, and to enjoy communication without fear or stress. In this session, I will guide you step by step on how to improve your English listening skills so you can understand native speakers more easily, feel confident in conversations, and gradually build the ability to listen in any real-life situation. Part 1. Why listening matters. Listening is the very first step in language learning. Before we learn to speak, we listen. Babies listen for many months before they say their first word. In the same way, improving your listening is the doorway to better speaking, better comprehension, and overall fluency. When you listen carefully, you can 1. Understand spoken English in real-life conversations. 2. Learn natural pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. 3. Acquire new vocabulary and phrases without memorizing lists. 4. Respond accurately and fluently in conversations. 5. Train your brain to think in English instead of translating. 6. Build confidence in social and professional situations. Many learners focus only on reading and speaking, but listening is just as important, if not more important. Think about it. If you cannot understand what others say, communication becomes almost impossible, even if your grammar and vocabulary are excellent. For example, imagine you are at the airport and the announcement says your flight has changed gates. If you cannot understand the message, you might miss your flight, or imagine you are in a business meeting. If you only catch half of what is said, you may give the wrong response, which could be embarrassing or costly. That is why listening is not only a classroom skill but a real-life survival skill. Part 2. Active vs. Passive listening. There are two types of listening: passive listening and active listening. Both are useful, but they serve different purposes. Passive listening. This is when you hear English without focusing deeply. For example, playing English music while cooking or leaving an English podcast in the background while doing chores. Passive listening helps you get used to the sounds of English, but it is limited. You cannot expect to improve a lot if you only listen passively. Active listening. This is when you pay attention and try to understand. For example, 1. Focusing on keywords in a sentence. 2. Trying to guess the meaning of new words from context. 3. Repeating what you hear mentally or aloud. 4. Taking short notes while listening. Active listening is powerful because it forces your brain to process English in real time. It is like training your ears and mind to work together. Tip: balance both methods. Use passive listening to surround yourself with English every day, and use active listening for focused practice. Part 3. Listening to different English accents. English is spoken around the world, and there are many different accents. Native speakers from the US, UK, Australia, Canada, or India all pronounce words slightly differently. Even within one country, there can be many local accents. To improve your listening, expose yourself to multiple accents. Start with one accent you are comfortable with, then slowly add others. For example, 1. Begin with American podcasts or TV shows. 2. Add British YouTube channels or BBC News. 3. Try Australian series or radio programs. 4. Explore Indian English through interviews or lectures. This diversity trains your ears and prepares you for real-life situations. Imagine traveling abroad or working in an international company. You might hear 5 different accents in a single day. If you only practice one accent, you may feel lost, but if you train with many, you will be ready. Part 4. Listening Techniques. Here are some practical techniques for improving listening. Listen regularly. Make English listening a daily habit. Even 15 minutes every day is more effective than 1 hour once a week. Start with slow content. If you are a beginner, use resources with clear English, like graded podcasts, learners' channels, or audiobooks for students. Gradually move to faster content like native podcasts or TV series. Use subtitles wisely. Watch videos with English subtitles first. Match the words you hear with what you see later. Challenge yourself by turning off subtitles. Repeat and shadow. Listen to the same sentence several times. Pause, repeat aloud, and imitate pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. This is called shadowing, and it is one of the most effective techniques. Focus on context. Even if you don't understand every word, try to understand the overall message. Look for clues in tone, gestures, or visuals. Divide listening into chunks. Instead of listening to a 30-minute podcast at once, break it into 5-minute parts. Practice each part carefully, then combine them. Part 5. Listening for vocabulary. Listening is a natural way to learn new words. When you hear vocabulary in context, it becomes easier to remember. For example, if you hear the word appointment many times in different conversations, your brain will quickly connect it with the idea of meeting someone at a certain time. Tips for learning vocabulary through listening. 1. Keep a notebook for new words you hear. 2. Write down the sentence, not just the word. 3. Repeat the word aloud to practice pronunciation. 4. Use the new word in your own speaking or writing. By doing this, you not only improve your listening but also strengthen your vocabulary. Part 6. Listening to different materials. To truly improve, you must listen to various types of English. Different materials give you different skills. 1. Podcasts. Great for casual conversations, news, or storytelling. 2. Videos. YouTube tutorials, travel vlogs, interviews, and lectures. 3. Movies and TV shows. Excellent for natural dialogue and cultural context. 4. Audiobooks. Perfect for storytelling and improving concentration. 5. Songs. Fun and memorable for rhythm, pronunciation, and slang. Each type of material develops a different side of your listening. Movies help with daily conversations, podcasts help with professional topics, and audiobooks train your patience and focus. Part 7. Real-life listening practice. Listening in real life is often faster and less clear than in videos. That is why real practice is so important. Some ways to practice. 1. Listen to announcements in airports, train stations, or shopping malls. 2. Talk to native speakers online through language exchange platforms. 3. Join English-speaking clubs in your city or online. 4. Pay attention to conversations in cafes, shops, or public places. Even short interactions can improve your listening over time. For example, asking for directions or ordering food in English can be excellent practice. Part 8. Dealing with difficulties. It is normal to struggle at first. You might hear words but not understand them or catch only half of a sentence. Do not get frustrated. Instead, use strategies to overcome difficulties. 1. Focus on the main idea, not every word. 2. Use context to guess meaning. 3. Repeat the same material several times. 4. Start with easier content and gradually increase the level. 5. Accept that you will not understand everything, and that's okay. Remember, even native speakers sometimes miss words in noisy environments. Listening is a skill, and it improves with patience and practice. Part 9. Combining listening with other skills. Listening improves faster when combined with speaking, reading, and writing. This integrated approach is more powerful. Speaking. Repeat what you hear, imitate native speakers, or practice dialogues. Reading. Follow along with transcripts while listening. Writing. Summarize what you hear in your own words. Thinking. After listening, reflect on what the main message was. For example, if you listen to a podcast, you can also read the transcript, underline new words, say them aloud, and then write a short summary. This way, you practice all skills at once. Part 10. Building a daily listening habit. To make real progress, create a daily listening routine. For example, morning, listen to a short podcast while eating breakfast. Afternoon, watch a YouTube video with subtitles, then without subtitles. Evening, listen to an audiobook or news report before bed. Even 30-60 minutes total per day can bring great results over weeks. The key is consistency. Small, focused daily practice is much better than long, irregular sessions. Tip: keep track of your listening hours in a journal. Seeing your progress motivates you to continue. One of the biggest challenges is not technical, it is emotional. Many learners feel nervous when listening, afraid they will not understand. Here are ways to build confidence. 1. Remind yourself that not understanding everything is normal. 2. Celebrate small wins, like understanding a new word or a whole sentence. 3. Be patient with yourself, because listening takes time. 4. Remember that even native speakers have trouble with strong accents or noisy environments. Confidence grows step by step. The more you listen, the more natural it becomes. To summarize today's session: 1. Listening is the foundation of communication. 2. Practice both passive and active listening. 3. Expose yourself to different accents and materials. 4. Use techniques like repetition, shadowing, and context focus. 5. Learn vocabulary naturally through listening. 6. Practice with real-life situations. 7. Combine listening with speaking, reading, and writing. 8. Build a daily routine and stay consistent. 9. Be patient and celebrate small successes. Remember, listening is not about understanding every single word. It is about catching the main idea, adapting your ears, and becoming comfortable with spoken English. The more English you hear, the faster your brain adapts, and the easier it becomes to understand native speakers. With time, daily effort, and a positive mindset, your listening skills will grow naturally. So keep listening every day, and soon you will notice a big improvement in both comprehension and confidence. Thank you for listening, and I hope you start practicing your listening skills today.